Hello Cowboys Nation, welcome to another video, and without further ado, let's get to another round of news from America's team. Jerry Jones had telling interaction with Mike McCarthy after game. Did Jerry Jones tip his hand regarding the status of Mike McCarthy? It's hard not to think otherwise. The Dallas Cowboys beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 26-24 at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, on Sunday night. The victory marked the Cowboys' fourth in their last 5 games and improved the team's record to a much more respectable 7-8 mark. Compare that to when the Cowboys were 3-7 and had just transitioned from Dak Prescott to Cooper Rush at quarterback. Dallas has been playing much better and showing they haven't quit on the season. Even though they were eliminated from playoff contention prior to the game, the Cowboys still beat the Bucs. That left owner Jerry Jones with a smile on his face after the game. Take a look at this interaction he had with McCarthy in the Cowboys locker room.
Jerry Jones shares a moment there with Mike McCarthy after the victory and the kind of season it's been, right? There's the moment where you just shut up and listen.
That sure looks like someone who wants to bring McCarthy back. McCarthy is in the 5th and final season of his contract with Dallas. Despite 3 straight 12-5 seasons, there were questions about his job status for this season. When the Cowboys were 3-7, it looked like Dallas might not bring McCarthy back. But Jones apparently has wanted to see how the Cowboys finish the year. Going 4-1 over the last 5 games certainly is a credit to McCarthy. Jones even said as much to the media after the game. "I can't tell you how proud I am of them and the coaching staff. It really shows me something," Jones said after the game. The Cowboys finished the season at Philadelphia in Week 17 and home against Washington in Week 18. If Dallas is able to get a split in those games, it could secure McCarthy's return. Cowboys predicted to lose young breakout star in free agency. His 4 seasons in Dallas have seen Cowboys defensive lineman Osa Odighizuwa do pretty much just what the team had hoped he'd do when he was drafted in the 3rd round out of UCLA. He's played in just about every game possible, and though he started slow, he has steadily improved and now ranks among the best pass rushers from his position in the league. According to Pro Football Focus, Odighizuwa rated a grade of 46.9 as a rookie, which ranked 89th out of 108 linemen. In his 2nd year, he was a 68.2, which was 41st out of 127. Last year, he broke into the top 20, with a 77.0 grade, which ranked 19th. This year, he is 24th overall, but has a pass rush grade of 79.0, which is 8th in the NFL. For a Cowboys team that has resisted paying its defensive linemen and has paid a price for that, Odighizuwa is a good candidate for a long-term contract, as he is set to hit free agency after this season unless Dallas locks him up to an extension. Osa Odighizuwa has been playing his best lately. At the Cowboys analysis site Blogging the Boys, though, they're afraid that Dallas won't mend its ways on how it deals with defensive linemen, and that could mean that Odighizuwa is playing his last season with the Cowboys. Odighizuwa is playing his best football down the stretch of the season, and putting out some good tape for opposing teams looking for help at the position. And there are many. Writes BTB, with what he's done this season, and the steady progression in his play, Odighizuwa is possibly looking at commanding a deal around $5 million to $7 million annually. If he finishes strong in the last 3 games, he could be looking at double-digit numbers per year. As good as it is for him, it may be the opposite for Dallas. Cowboys' salary cap will be an issue, again. The Cowboys have an expensive top part of the roster already, with Dak Prescott at 4 years, $240 million, CeeDee Lamb at 4 years, $136 million, and edge rusher Micah Parsons likely to sign on the $35 million per year range. The Cowboys could be shelling out half their salary cap to those 3. That will make it tough to work out sensible deals for the other 50 players, especially if Odighizuwa does not agree to an extension and can put his services out to the highest bidder. At just 26 years old, he certainly will attract bidders. Cowboys poach 330-pound rookie from Bengals ahead of Buccaneers game. The Dallas Cowboys added a bit of reinforcement to the team's defensive line ahead of the Week 16 clash versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Sunday Night Football. The team announced the addition of rookie defensive tackle Justin Rogers, who was previously on the Cincinnati Bengals practice squad. NFL rules permit teams poaching players off opposing practice squads if they are being signed to the active roster. The middle of the defensive line continues to be an area Dallas will want to address this offseason. For now, Rogers offers great size at just over 6'2" and 330 pounds to clog up the middle of the defense. Rogers was originally a 7th-round pick by the Cowboys in the 2024 NFL Draft. Back in August, Dallas released Rogers as the team finalized their 53-man roster. Rogers later signed with the Bengals, where the rookie spent the majority of the season. The Cowboys drafted Justin Rogers in 2024 before releasing the defender in August. Rogers began his college career with 3 seasons at Kentucky before playing his final year with Auburn. The defender's best statistical season came in 2022 when Rogers notched a career-high 35 tackles and 2 tackles for loss. Heading into the draft, NFL.com's Lance Zierlein had a 6th-round grade on the Rogers. Rogers is a "what you see is what you get" nose tackle with a girthy build and film full of fistfights where he gives as well as he gets, Zierlein wrote in his pre-draft profile of Rogers. He's built low to the ground and plays with a terrific anchor to ward off block finishes and stay on his feet. Cowboys HC Mike McCarthy on Justin Rogers, "We still consider him one of ours." Despite releasing Rogers ahead of the regular season, the defensive tackle was a player who the Cowboys kept tabs on throughout the season. Cowboys head coach Mike McCarthy indicated the team is pleased to have Rogers back on the roster. "Been keeping an eye on him," McCarthy explained on December 19, per USA Today's Todd Brock. "Fortunate to have the opportunity to bring him back. We still consider him one of ours. Obviously, we thought enough of him to draft him, so it'll be great to get him back into the mix."